and then go ahead, Shraddhananda, then Deborah.
Hey, hey,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm doing really good, thank you. I have I think an easy one and a complicated one.
Okay.
So vetiver, you said before, to put some in lotion and use it on
Mhm.
your arms and legs, but which vetiver is it on the website?
Oh, any of the Vetivers would work.
Even
Uh,
the vetiver ointment that's already in?
the Vetiver ointment's turnkey and ready to go. You don't need to mix that with anything. It's just,
Okay.
oh, yeah. But any of the vetiver, I mean, the only reason that there's different vetivers on there is they do have some slightly different scents, but therapeutically, they're all kind of the same. And then to make it a little bit more complicated, there is a type of like wild vetiver called rouscous.
Oh.
And it is a very fancy form of vetiver. And so usually for therapeutics, I mean, you can use rouscous. I use it more for like meditation and emotional, psychological healing, just because the scent is nice, but it's also substantially more expensive. For vetiver. I mean, it's not crazy price, but for vetiver, it's a little bit more expensive. But I just go to the good old bread and butter vetivers. Any of them kind of work. The different areas, they do have slightly different aromas to them, and so I kind of have a thing for vetiver. So like I try to have vetivers from different regions, just like how you would be a wine connoisseur. Like I like vetivers like that. Like I just like, oh, the one from El Salvador is but Madagascar is amazing.
Yeah, I was traveling and man, I brought so many oils with me and somehow managed to forget the vetiver.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. And man, after about 2 days, I was like, everybody's going to be very grateful if I find my vetiver.
Right.
So
Amazing.
I ran to a health food store and they had a vetiver, but it smelled like smoked wood.
Yeah. I think that one, if I remember right, that comes out of Haiti, if I remember right. That's the only oil that comes out of Haiti, and it's real kind of smoky. I, I like. I mean, it's still therapeutic and everything, but the scent is like the least pleasant out of for me out of
Yeah,
all
it was
vetivers.
really strong.
And I've used it. I mean, I had gotten a kilo or two of it from time to time, but I pay a little bit extra to get some from other places just because I want the scent to be intoxicating. So I usually, over the years, I've kind of vetted the places that I like to get the vetiver from, and I kind of go to those places where I know I like, oh, I really like the scent. And we got thrown a little bit of a curveball about 3 or 4 years ago. Some cosmetic company had a line that was for men that they started adding vetiver to. And they kind of came in and bought up all the vetiver from several of the regions. And so it drove the prices up. It got weird with vetiver for a little while, but after that all calmed down, I was able to reestablish my normal contacts and was able to go back to the normal vetivers that I had. The only one that kind of fell through that I wasn't able to get again, and it's because the distiller had passed away, was there was a vetiver that I really liked out of El Salvador. And it was different than the ones that we have now. I mean, therapeutically it was about the same. It just had a different aroma because of where it came from. But sometimes those things happen, and nobody really else picked up his crops and things, and so it's just one of those ones that went away. So it happens.
Well, thanks for mentioning that the smoky one came from Haiti because my son is from Haiti and he was talking to his biological family and he was going through some stressful time and he talked to 3 different people and 3 different people told him to get the Vetiver. And he
Right,
was like,
right.
what
Yeah,
the
yeah,
heck
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
Vetiver? And so then I was visiting with him over the weekend and he was telling me what's going on. And I was like, oh, sweetheart, we got to get you some Vetiver and, put in
Right.
some lotion.
Yeah.
He was like, Mom, what is it? He's like, even Haiti's telling me, So
Right.
now that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only crop like that Haiti produces with essential oils. I mean, there's some regions that don't produce anything, but vetiver is a big deal in Haiti. And at one point, the distiller, there's a few distillers down there, but one of the big distillers had invited me to come down there to see the crops and the distillation and everything. And I just didn't make it down there, but yeah, it's their big crop.
Oh, it's good to know. I'll explain it to him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
here's my complicated question.